What's up guys, hope all of you are doing great today. If this is your first time here, my name is Louis and on this channel we talk all things investments, personal finance and real estate. So I'm super exhausted today. I've literally been driving around and just buying stuff for the renovation for this flat. If this is the first time that you're seeing me in this space, definitely go and check out some of my previous videos and follow along with my journey. So I decided to make a video about the true cost of owning property in South Africa. A lot of time people just want to get started with property, but they don't know about all of the hidden costs, and believe me, there's quite a few. So if you are someone that is interested in property, or maybe you want to get started or buy your own home, this will definitely help you out to save and budget for all the necessary expenses. With that said, let's jump into this video. So if you are anything like me, I didn't really have someone that helped me along the way. I wanted someone to feed me with a spoon and show me exactly what to do, but unfortunately no one was really willing to do that. Luckily I had a few wise friends that was willing to lead me in the correct direction. So the purpose of this video is to kind of skip all of those hurdles and help you to achieve your goal as soon as possible. With that said, there's a lot of things that we need to be aware of when investing or buying property. Like I said previously, there's a lot of hidden costs, and some of them we only find out when it actually happens. We want to be as prepared as possible, so hopefully these tips can help you on your property purchase journey. Knowing about all of the cost that is involved in buying a property is very important so that we can budget accordingly. Imagine you have been saving up for years and years only to realize that you don't have enough savings. This can put you in a very tricky position, so we want to avoid this completely. So let's start with the biggest and probably the most obvious one, which is your bond registration and transfer cost. This is a cost that we need to be aware of before investing or buying a property, because this is usually quite a big amount. Unfortunately, it is unavoidable and all property purchases will have to be registered and transferred to the new owner. A great way to get an estimate of this cost is to go onto a platform like Property24, type in the registration amount, and voila, it will show you an estimate of the registration and transfer cost. As a side note, there's something that is called an initiation fee, and this is a fee that your bank will charge you to initiate your home loan. This is usually around 6,000 Rand, which is also quite a lot of money if you haven't budgeted for it. Usually the banks allow you to add this to the actual loan, but remember, this will obviously increase your monthly repayment. A second expense that we need to budget for, although it's very small, is a bank's monthly administration fee. A bank like Standard Bank will normally charge you around 69 Rand monthly for managing your home loan account. This might seem small, but imagine you add this up for the term of your loan, let's say around 30 years. This results in around 20,000 Rand that you need to give to the bank just to manage your home loan. The third expense that we need to be aware of, depending on which type of property you buy, is rates and taxes and levies. So rates and taxes is what the municipality charges us for basic services like refuse removal and maintenance of the streets, and all of those stuff that they don't really do. And then levies is issued by a body corporate. So the difference is, if you own a complex or a townhouse or an apartment that is known as a sectional title unit, this is where you will pay levies and rates and taxes. If you own a house on its own erf, which is known as a freehold property, you will only be liable to pay rates and taxes. The good thing about freehold properties, usually the rates and taxes isn't too much. This is a monthly expense that we need to account for before buying a property. And another thing that we need to be aware of is that this can go up with time. Imagine paying 800 Rand for rates and taxes this year, and the following year you suddenly pay 900 Rand. The fourth expense that we need to budget for is specifically for freehold properties, and this is activating your utilities. If we buy a property and you as the owner move into the property, you need to pay to activate your water and electricity. This again might seem small, but it's something that goes unnoticed when people buy property. This is something that you can do with the municipality, and depending if you have prepaid meters installed. Number 5 is an expense that not a lot of people know of, and that is transfer duty. Transfer duty is payable directly to SARS, and this is for properties with a market value above 1 million Rand. I'll show you guys a scale what it looks like, but usually it's something like you pay 3% transfer duty for every amount above 1 million Rand, let's say up until 1.37 million. So we'll pay 3% of 370,000 Rand to SARS as transfer duty. This is something that can really kind of disrupt our budget, and this is something that we need to account for because a lot of times we need to pay this cash. Number 6 will be moving costs. So obviously you probably live or rent somewhere already, and if you have to move into your property, this will cost you not only time but money. So imagine you live in a big 4-bedroom house and you need to move all of your furniture and appliances to your new property. This is something that can be very straining. Obviously it takes a lot of energy to move. No one likes moving. So if you can, you will probably pay someone to help you do it. Moving costs can be anything from 500 Rand up until 10,000 Rand, or even more depending if you are moving to another city. So try to budget for this if you are someone that's going to live in the new purchased property. Then number 7 is insurance. Insurance is a must-have when you own a freehold property, and most lenders will demand having insurance on that property. This is something that varies quite a bit, and I'm not sure about what the cost will be exactly. It all depends on the structure of the property, the size of the property, and I think even the location of the property. This is another thing that we need to be aware of, and we need to include this in our budget. Then number 8 is the physical time that it takes us to get hold of our properties. Although this might sound stupid, just remember time is money, and if you are spending loads of time searching for properties, viewing properties, making offers on properties, this is something that uses our time where we could have done something else. This is known as opportunity cost, and what could I be able to do with this time instead of doing this? So that's just a random one that I wanted to add so that you guys can know that it does take a lot of time, and usually the first offer that you make on your property won't necessarily be the offer that is accepted. There's a saying where you need to view 100 properties, make offers on 20, and hopefully one gets accepted. So this is the process of investing in property. If you want to buy a dream home, this might be different. So you might be only making one offer, and hopefully that offer gets accepted. Number 9 will be security. If you live in a security estate, this is great because generally these places are quite safe. But if you live in a small complex or a townhouse, chances are that it is not as safe as you thought, and you might need to install an alarm or get armed response. This is also true when owning a freehold property, and in this instance you might even need to install some burglar bars. Security is very important in South Africa, so definitely try to budget for that as well. Number 10 will be repairs and maintenance. This is something that really sucks, and this is usually something that you kind of just, you know of it, but you don't really budget for it. And I promise you, if you move into a property, there will 100% be something that you want to replace or repair or get a new one of. This is the case especially for older properties, and there will always be repairs needed. So definitely kind of try to budget for this. Although it's difficult, just try to put a certain percentage of your purchase value aside for repairs. So guys, with that said, I hope you enjoy this video. If this helped you, even if it was just one tip, consider subscribing to my channel, comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.